Now, Sam, we've been neglecting a big portion of the Japanese weeb kind of community. You know, when we purposely kind of ignored anime, but we just acknowledge that we're ignoring them. We've been straight up completely ignoring the light novel reader.
Oh yeah.
To be honest, like this is not something we have a lot of experience with. We I
We
don't
don't read light novels.
I don't read them, and I don't think I respect them. I don't think I respect them. From what I see when you go to the whole concept of a light novel almost like gives it this like tarnish of like this is worse than your regular novel. Like, you know, like it's just like it is like worse writing. And then you hear about like like Short Online's light novel, or like a lot of those isekai light novels that just like they just have the full color page of the babe naked elf girl or whatever. Like that's what people buy it for. Like that again. To be honest, I have a very like negative, and I would say bias, like in a bad way. Like I just don't know much about it. I'm sure there's a lot of great stuff in there, and that's what we come to here to talk about today. Like, one, are you as hardline stance as me?
No,
Do you have the same connotation?
I'm not so hardline about the light novels. I mean, it's
open
light
to be
reading.
convinced.
It's supposed to be light. It's light
I'm
reading.
I'm ignorant to it. So this is kind of just like this is an opinion I don't agree with myself. Like all it takes is one person with an impassioned rant to convince me otherwise about this. I'm aware of the ignorance of this take, and I'm willing to change it. Which is why we're here to talk.
Exactly.
We're willing to change it.
We don't read light novels, and this is my thing: is I'm willing to change it too. Because my thing with light novels has just been like my ickness for light novels is really is nothing as explicit to them. It's just like, I don't fucking want to read. Like, what do you mean no fucking pictures? Like, what do you mean fucking no? What do you mean it's not a comic? You know. But I understand, but like from like a base level, like I understand, like, all right, you live in Japan, you're a Japanese salaryman, you're on the train, you spend 30 minutes to 45 minutes on the bullet train going to your fucking office job. And what do you want? What do you want to do? You pick up your little certain magical index or whatever, and you read it on the train. Like, yeah, if I was on the train to work, I don't want to be reading
I will
Moby Dick. Like,
and this is one thing that light novels I will be ending this perspective I have. I don't hold it very seriously. Played it up for effect of it here because, one, I want to read more Japanese, and I think light novels are a great place to like get a lot of Japanese exposure as I'm learning the language. And I love. I don't know if you ever held a Japanese novel before, but they're very cute and very small. They're very portable in a way that is for the train. In a way that, you know, just American novels are a lot bigger.
Yeah, they're just bigger. Yeah. They're for like book bags and stuff.
And just like there's just
it's in the fucking name.
Yeah, but also like English just takes more space to write words. Like it just doesn't take as many characters to write Japanese novels. So like there's certain like just realities of it, and then so like I'm actually really interested, and we both looked into light novels we'd want to read. I actually have a few physical copies.
Okay.
I would like to highlight as ones I definitely want to read, and it's funny for somebody who's never read a light novel, which I think is your case.
Same, yeah.
No, I'm saying that's your case. I actually have read two light novels in my past. So like the person who has probably came out swinging the hardest with the hottest take was actually proved to be even more pro light novel than you, who's more open to it. So I want. Can I? I
want to see some props. I want to see some of these.
So I remember I used to work at Target many years, and we did not carry light novels, obviously, at Target. Right. Right. Like,
especially when you were working there. Like,
yeah. So actually, it was a better chance back then because they got rid of their book section pretty much.
Shit. Yeah.
I mean, it's not completely gone, but a lot of the stores don't really have all the books they sell now are like these, like
the TikTok books, right?
Heated rivalry, like smut, like romance or smut sports, or it's just. And you know what it is, or fantasy, romantasy. You can tell these books from a mile away, Sam. these books, and I don't want to spoil the book I have today, so I'm just gonna. But like you can tell a romantasy smut if it's like there's like art on this part of the book. Like it's like there's like dragon wings or rose petals, and it's all black and red.
Oh,
you can tell that's gonna be garbage. Look at that. Look at man, I'm coming. They do though. It's and there's 40 parts to that series too. These books, like they're all written on like fanfic sites like AO3 or whatever first, and then they get translated to anyway, whatever. So when I was working at Target, every now and then Target would get like an online return item or shipped even something like that's an online only item that would accidentally be shipped to a store, and we'd have to immediately mark it down because we don't even have it in our system, in the store system. So it would usually be a tag we'd print that says online item, and it's usually like half off at that point. Like cool. I don't know how much they do that these days, but like if someone returned an item to a physical location that they bought online that is not normally carried in store, or if it was just mistakenly sent.
Does it go to like a weird aisle? Like, does it go to this
on a clearance
aisle?
End cap or something?
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I once found an Ouya sitting in a clearance aisle.
A great example of something that probably would not have been sold in stores. And one of these items was the Bakemonogatari series.
Ooh.
And this is the first three. So this is these are the first three, like the OG three, that came out. And I remember just walking by it. I wasn't the one that stickered it. It was like on day I was off or whatever. I see these, and these are normally $14 a piece.
Shit.
And these instead they were like $6 or $7.
Oh, cool.
And these are actually, like, I'll show you.
They're pretty sizable books.
Really nice quality. The art's on it, the build, like the actual cover, the paper, like I know you can't feel it through it, but like they just feel nice to hold. They feel like high quality books. I was like really like impressed by it, in a way. And you got like the nice art that most light novels had.
Yeah,
like,
very nice.
The print quality was pretty good on this. And this book's kind of old, and I have read volume 1 of this. I did not continue on, but I did pick these up, and I read volume 1, and now this is probably why maybe I have a little bit of a sour note to light novel. Now, I actually did enjoy Bakemonogatari volume 1, but I don't know if you know anything about this series.
I watched, I think, the first episode of the anime, and I gotta be honest, I was like, I cannot follow this.
This is an incredibly famous light novel. It might be one of the more famous ones.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Like Nishio Oisin, like pretty well known. The fact that I can even say his name off the top of my head is because he's just been I don't even know if it's he. They've been a pretty well known like light novel author for a long time, especially because of the anime. One thing about light novels, at least from reading this is such like an intensely otaku read. Like it's so like mired in like anime, manga, gaming tropes and characters and character archetypes, and it's constantly meta with things, and you have this protagonist that you're always like very like anime protag, that you have to be like really locked in, almost like poisoned, like by like you have to be so like lead poisoned by the anime, manga, video game, Japanese weeb industry to really like follow the depths of this novel. Like if there are like more nuanced things going on here, it's because it's part of this really like networked, intensely like
you're like it's very
thing.
In the culture.
Yeah, and it's in the culture, and also just it's very meta in how it structures the story of it. Now it's been several years since I read this, so I'm not going to be able to like riff on what it's about. But I did enjoy it, and again, I have 2 more volumes. So what's one light novel I'd be willing to read? Bakemonogatari, since I have volumes 2 and 3 as well. And they look,
the art kicks nice. Ass, dude. The art kicks ass.
This art kicks, like these cover designs with this cool little like title. Like, why do you think I bought it? Like,
they look so slick. Vertical did a great job with these.
And so in that case, and I remember the translation, which again, this would be a hard book to translate. Speaking of translation,
Yeah.
they're good. I remember that being pretty good. So I have two other books of these to read. I would love to give these a read. Now there's plenty more where these came from of this series, and so like just different Monogataris. This one's Bake Monogatari. I could definitely deeply enjoy more of this, but it was a good deal back in a day where like good deals were to be had, and I was at Target all day. When I could find a good deal, I usually would jump on it. And I took a low risk thing here and picked these three out. And so that's the first one on my list, Sam. I don't know. You heard of Bakemonogatari? Would you ever any interest in that series?
Maybe.
Would you borrow my volume 1?
Yeah, if you want to ship it to me all the way over here, I'll read it. Yeah. I definitely would be more open to reading Bakemonogatari than I would than I would be in watching the anime.
The anime is very weird, right? It's very strange, Shimbo, right? And it's like a very experimental, like odd series. It's just an odd series, and you read it, and
I appreciate. I got respect for the people who like get it, like who are down to clown with it. And again, like and also too, I was pretty low weeb level. I was like level 5 crook. Probably when I watched Bakemonogatari. Maybe now as a a level 37 monk, I might be able to get in there and get in the mud with it a bit more and appreciate it a bit more. But I came with the list of 5 light novels that I personally would either want to read, go out of my way to read / would be interested in reading.
We can go back and forth. We can bounce. Yeah, I think I can get to 5.
Okay, yeah. I gotcha. So I'll start.
We might share some. I don't know your list.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So I'll start with the first one. The first most like I unironically want to read this shit is ReZero. Now I know there's a lot of isekai fucking hate,
but that's
there.
Light novels, yeah.
But that's the shit, and I'm a huge fan of the fucking ReZero anime. The only problem is I gotta wait 4 centuries for a season to come out. We just got a trailer for season 4, which who knows how much of the plot that fucking covers. I looked it up while we were talking a bit earlier. ReZero's got 44 fucking books. There's so many books. There's so many books.
And like, how good could they all be? And that's the one thing, like, light novels come out like 2 a year. Like, usually it gets crazy how fast. Like, there's part of me like, how good could they be? When you're just cranking them out like that.
Well, I mean, if it's your full-time job,
no, I know
to write,
yeah,
they'll cook. He's cooking them out in what's his name, Narita-san. Yeah,
that's a good one. That's a good one.
I really like Tappei Nagatsuki. Sorry, I was thinking of one of the other authors for the other series I want to talk about. But no, that's a game that's a light novel where I'm like I'm already in on it. So I just get to see the rest of the story. That's like a big appeal for me.
Yeah, so that is like you want to experience what's after the anime more than anything, and that's like it's almost similar to your manga thing. It's just there's no manga.
Exactly. It's just it's a light novel. This is the sauce. This is the source material. Yeah. So you got to do what you got to do. So I'd say that's the first one I wanted to highlight.
Okay.
Big ReZero fan. So I bet I'd like the books.
So my second prop, again, the second light novel I own technically. After I read Bakemonogatari, I decided to pick up another classic light novel, Boogiepop.
This was on my list too.
Okay. This is volumes 1 through 3 in this collector's. Not collector's, but like an omnibus, whatever. It's equivalent. Mm-hmm. Very cheap when I bought this. I do remember that. I mean, this era of art.
It's just so cool. The design, Boogiepop or whatever the fuck. What is his name? Phantom?
I don't even remember. Again, these are a long time ago.
The guy on the Boogiepop cover is awesome looking.
Yeah, right.
That's just that's that early 2000s anime manga look.
So clearly that's where I'm at. I really like these early 2000s or early 2010s. I read volume 1 of this as well. and did not read volumes 2 and 3. So this is definitely another one I would like to read 2 and 3 of, and I remember enjoying it quite a bit. I think I like this one more. I think, and you're totally right. Where the light read is, my biggest memory of this really is like it's over the first volume. Like I was like it didn't take any effort really at all to read it. And in that way, I think it's really interesting. And I definitely thought this one was more classically like novel-esque versus Bakemonogatari. Bakemonogatari is so intensely otaku, like just intense, whatever that experience is. And I could tap into that and see the interesting depths of like really hyper like networky like material. But this was just more of a good, like just a good horror story with a bunch of high schoolers. And yeah, I think like keeping up with at least the first 3, I think I would like that. But you're right, there's way more. And I had heard from the series from just like following Digibro a bunch.
Yeah, same.
Back in the day.
Same.
So like that was like kind of the most I knew about Boogie Pop, was just following all that recommendation over and over again, and I really enjoyed it. And yeah, it has the first 3. I don't know if I'd be interested in reading more than just finishing the copy I already have.
And also, last time I checked in on Boogie Pop, which was several years ago, aren't the remaining novels just not translated at all?
I don't even know. I wouldn't even know. Yeah, but that's my second one.
Another series from that era, because we were talking about like the mid 2000s style. I would love to actually sit down and read The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya.
This is one of mine. Yeah,
I feel like that's a series that is like, I always talk about like just follow me here. We're taking a hard left turn for a second.
I'm with you with this one. I definitely would. This was on my list.
There's last year, at the start of the year, from January to April, I watched The Sopranos for the first time on HBO, and I felt like I gained a greater level of intercultural understanding by having watched it and experienced it, beyond the high quality of the product itself. And I feel like a lot of Haruhi's, like I feel like its cultural relevancy has definitely waned quite significantly in the 20 years that it's come out. But I definitely feel like reading it would get you in touch. It is a
cornerstone of 2000s anime for sure.
It would get you back. It would bring you back to that. And also, I don't really have that I didn't really watch the anime.
Oh, I'm a big fan of the anime. Definitely one of the, it's up there for me. And to be honest, I really would like to see how these characters actually like come through when they're a little more up to you, like,
yeah,
because you're reading and it's kind of, you're giving them so that's why it's on my list. Is actually, I don't want to know any, I almost only want to read the like, unlike ReZero, I only want to read the parts of the anime that I watch. Like, I want to see how these scenes are interpreted differently in the different medium, because Haruhi is all about reinterpreting the same scenes all over again.
Yeah.
And those 8, for instance, like Haruhi really is like this kind of complicated kind of re-remembering of high school. I'd like to see these scenes again in their original form. And I think that would help enrich an anime I like so much, I don't know. You should watch it though. You should watch it. It's good. KyoAni.
Yeah. They're good. I think I remember trying to seek it out when I was in junior high or early high school. Because
I got the Blu-rays. When you visit. Oh.
All right. Perfect. That
was a Blu-ray worthy one for me.
Okay, purchase,
so you took so you're down 3 now, and I'm down 3 because we shared 2.
Yeah.
So my next one. And I don't know if this counts as light novels, actually. This might just be novels, but I'm going to use it anyway. Anything by Tomohiko Morimi. This is the Tatami Galaxy guy.
Oh!
He wrote Tatami Galaxy and Night is Short, Walk On Girl. Pretty much anything Masaaki Yuasa's done. Like, a lot of them he's adapted his novels. I'm super interested in this kind of genre of novels, which is kind of like this magic realism, kind of almost like carnival-esque. You never like, there's like a groundedness, but also wacky, like unfolding. All of his stuff seems really interesting to me. So the Tatami Galaxy original novel, then there's the sequel, Time Machine Blues, and then Night of Short Rock Gone Girl. So those are three, but I'm just gonna just anything by that
bump
guy.
them together, yeah.
Because one, I love those adaptations so much. Masaki Yuasa is so interesting as like a anime director, but like the source material seems so like exciting and rich and magical that I feel like it'd be really fun reads. Now I don't know if they count as light novels or just novels. I think it's a gray area, but I'm gonna count it on this list. I hope that's
No,
fair.
that's no, I think that's great. I love that.
The only problem is the English releases of Night Short Rock Gone Girl, Tatami Galaxy, Time Machine Blues. I believe they do have English translations, but they put the HarperCollins, I think, does them. They put them in hardcovers, so they're like so expensive. So and they're really short books. That's why I think they might need light novels, because they're like light novel length, yet they're like hard, like
they're
like full book
price,
full book hardcover price. So like that's a struggle for me, but it's definitely on my list. So that's number 4 for me.
I gotcha. And then my last two are similar to yours, is by the same author. So I'm just going to bundle them together, and then we can go to your final one. And it's Durarara and his previous series Baccano.
Yes.
So I have no experience with Baccano outside of the kick-ass intro. And I am a huge Durarara fan. I mean, I'd say for a long time, probably not anymore. It was probably like my second or third favorite anime. Cool. I just love I love Ikebukuro. I love the fucking city vibes. I love that we're constantly getting this protagonist shift in each episode, and how all these little disparate stories end up kind of fusing together. And I think we're reading that in book in the original novel form would actually be pretty exciting. And also too, I find the art for Durarara, especially the interstitial pages with color and like the covers and stuff. The art design is pretty different than the anime adaptation. So I would love to kind of see that and just kind of in take that in for its original source material. Because again, I'm big on the sauce. I'm big on the original source and the original medium. And it's one of my favorite stories. And I think if I already like Durarara, I feel like with Baccano, it's the classic anime shit. You're setting yourself up for some disappointment. You're gonna get probably 12 awesome episodes, and you get like a fourth the story, Yeah,
Baccano got an anime too, right? I mean, not an anime, sorry. Obviously got an anime. Manga? Am I right about that?
It might have been an adaptation, like a manga adaptation.
And the only reason I bring that up is this is like a classic boomer anime, like Baccano. Everyone loves Baccano.
It's right? So boomer. You're so right.
Okay, so there is a manga, and the manga for a long time was out of. This is. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong. Actually, let me just because I just need to see the manga, like manga, shopping. The thing I'm thinking about is Baccano got re-released recently for the first time in a long time, but it got re-released like cynically in like the most expensive volumes like ever.
Oh,
so
of course,
have to pay out the nose for this. The light novel might be a more also like financially smart way to like experience the series, too, because it's just like a very expensive series to collect. I think I could be wrong, but. Correct me wrong. Anyway, speaking of boomer series, Sam.
Oh yeah,
this is my ReZero. This is a series, but this is a series like that ended. I don't even trust if there's a new season comes out. I don't trust it anymore. It's too poisoned. Spice and Wolf.
Oh.
Like
why is it? Hold on, real quick. I don't really know shit about fuck. Why is it poisoned? Why would it be poisoned?
So this is because I don't know if there's a season 3, but like it's been one of the funny like classic like decades have gone since season 2.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Spice and Wolf, and it was like season 2 had a troubled production, and like season 3 became like Half-Life 3 level meme, and again I don't know if it got a season 3, whatever. But I really enjoyed that story in the first season. The second season, again, a little bit troubled. It kind of like whimpered ending. Um, let me just read the books instead. And it would be a very, again, I don't know too much about the series outside of the first two seasons. But it would be a very nostalgic trip for me because Spice and Wolf is a very cozy series. Again, there's a lot of the fun intricacies with like medieval economics in it, which is like the meme about that series too. That like might be really fun to engage with in like prose, because it can be very explainy in the anime, where Lawrence has to go through like a bunch of like kind of complex, kind of mercantile like logistic information that is if you into it, you're into it, but it does feel like almost feels like reading watching it, because there's just so much, and every episode's like a different kind of weird merchant drama. It's merchant drama. So I would love to kind of experience that series, maybe even guilty pleasure esque wise. But this is another one.
I think that's a great pick. Like, I like that. That's cool.
There's like 40 books of, like there's way too many.
But hey, that means if you like it, you got so much to read,
Yeah, and I don't care if an anime ever comes out again. I don't know if I would even watch it. Like and this is what it helped. I think this get on the list is like every other like adaptation of it's so poisoned for me. It's so scarred that like even if they announced the season 3, I don't think I would even watch it. I don't think I would even watch it. Like I'm just like I gave up on that a long time ago, and I'm moving on. It's like Mother 3. Like I moved on.
I totally get that. It's so funny because I was like, because to bring it back to ReZero, like I saw the trailer for season 4 and I said, "Yep, it's time to redo it. It's time for another rewatch." I'm gonna be doing this in my 40s probably.
That's cool.
But I'm not really like that for many other series.
Because this is like I want to read beyond the anime with this. Yeah. Like I want to just be in the world more and be in that story more. So it's very similar to your ReZero pick. I feel like those are 5 pretty good lists, but I must admit, my list is like boomer.
Oh, we're shit. So boomer. We're so boomer. I think
I don't know what's good now. Like reincarnated as a slime. That's old too, right? That's like 10 years old.
I was trying to think. I'm like, what are some recent anime that are coming out that are like based on light novels? I'm like, dude, I can't fucking tell you. I mean, I don't really follow anime.
You can
closely.
Tell like when we were most open to light novels, right? When we were like entering the fandom of like all this stuff.
Oh, totally.
Like, we could have gone many different ways. It's like we just watched like a few like the same videos about the same era of light novels, and then we cauterized and haven't paid attention since.
Yeah, if I like the creator that like the certain magical index, maybe that'd be on my list.
What were the classics circa 2014? Like that's that. What were the classic light novels back then? Is what we're still stuck that. So. If you are a light novel reader, like I want your Rex.
Please drop them in the comments below.
And also, is our list good? Like please warn me. Like,
if any of these are ass, you gotta let us know.
ReZero, the anime's a big glow up. Just skip it. Like skip the light novel. Maybe that's true.
That could be legit. Yeah. But yeah, anyways, happy April Fool's Day. No fucking manga talk today.